Hi everyone. Welcome to week 2 in the course. I hope things are going well for you. I have to tell you, I am so amazed at the level of conversation in our first week together. You know, ERL 590 courses are the kind where you show up at Scheibel's Hall on campus, you've got a cup of coffee, you brought dinner, and people just come and dig in for 3 hours of conversation and really hard thinking, talking. And that's just what happened in this forum in this first week. I was just really psyched to see that people jumped in, uh, came back and forth, engaged with each other, brought new insights, did another reading, talked more, and just kept this conversation going for the week. From the day it opened until late Tuesday night, people were posting steadily. So thanks. That's to me what really makes online learning work, is the potential for this huge level of conversation. I think there's a lot to be said for online learning. I've been a huge advocate of it, not just for the convenience, but for the different ways of engaging. And it falls apart when people aren't participants. You folks really made it happen. So thanks, and I think we're all sort of thanking each other because it was a good conversation. It was one of many conversations, and it was really at the start of our week the idea of what do these standards really mean for our teaching. This week, we look at a couple issues. How do we teach with standards? You know, legitimately teach with standards, um, not just referencing them, but teaching with them, but still maintain a sense of creativity. Because let's face it, if we got rid of the idea of creativity and just said we're just going to teach standards based, then there's really no need for teachers because we could pretty much do it with workbooks. But teachers bring something to the game, and that's what this week is uncovering. We've sort of laid out, and maybe as teachers we're accepting it, that standards are pretty much here, whether it's the Common Core or something else. There is something here we're working with. But what we do with that matters. So in this second week, that's what I'm hoping you'll uncover, is how what we do with standards truly matters. You've got a wide array of things to take a look at, and I'm really expecting that if we were together in person, you would all be off in corners with stacks of articles to be browsing for really the first half of our class. This is a little different in that you can tackle these slowly over time, and while you're doing that, just be kind of looking at the big picture of what you find creative and bringing that in. I hate to overplay one author or one presenter, and I've now used Sir Ken Robinson twice consecutive weeks. I guarantee not to have him appear in a third week, but I think that his presentation on Schools Kill Creativity has been talked about for a long time, and it's hard to talk about creativity and the Common Core without bringing him to bear. So that's why he's here. If you think back to our conversation last week and look at some of the comments and just kind of scan through, you see the full range from Kate's question of, are these really the standards? Are these really what we need to be teaching? To other folks wondering, how do I do this with students and still present content? And even others just frankly admitting that I don't know a lot about this and I'm not quite clear how this is going to look. There's a potential for loads of angst and hand-wringing, but also potential for loads of really good things to come from a movement to standards like the Common Core. I refuse to see this as a fait accompli, that the role of the teacher is diminished or is stripped of power in this equation. I think teachers have a potentially hugely strong voice that can shape directions. What's going on in Chicago is one evidence, albeit at a cost to kids, but teachers are having a voice there. So as we continue forward, my goal is to keep pushing that idea that we can shape how standards look and how the Common Core works in our schools and for our children. Again, please, any questions at all, post them to the forum, drop me a line, give me a phone call. If any of you are out there just sort of stumped or perplexed or not quite happy with what you're seeing in the course or me, please let me know so we'll make changes right off. I will post office hours in another day. We'll have a guaranteed Skype time when I'm definitely available. But don't wait for that. If you do have any issues, give me a call. All right, so we're in week 2. Enjoy your look around. Enjoying just seeing the book list develop. And let's get right back in there. See you online.